Why Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello split. Hey guys, we have got the latest details on what went wrong in Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello's relationship. But before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, I am your host, Fiona Zaring, and I'm joined by the wonderful Zachary Reality. Zachary, before we even get into this, were you shocked when the news of their breakup hit?
I mean, yes, I was shocked. I don't think anyone saw this coming. Shawn and Camila have always had a great relationship from what we've known, and they've always stayed out of like the public eye. It's never been messy, is what the point I'm trying to make. So they've always had like a good vibe and rapport. So I had no idea that there was any trouble in paradise. I did see a blind the other day, so I before they announced their breakup, so I did kind of get wind that something might be off, but I still was completely shocked since I didn't think that was real.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw them doing coordinated Halloween costumes, I think it was together. Like, it seems like everything
Yes.
has been the status quo as of late. So I think a lot of fans were surprised by this. They obviously announced the news on their Instagram stories with, sharing the exact same statement. And since then, sources have revealed what led to this moment and that it was actually Shawn who initiated the conversation with
What?
Camila about breaking up last week. I know. The source described Camila as being very upset over the split, but they note that she agreed it was for the best. Now, obviously, this is just sources, so we have to take it with a grain of salt. But if that's true, what are your thoughts on it being Shawn that kind of said, hey, maybe we got to rethink this thing?
I'm shocked because I did not even know that. I read their mutual statement that they put on their Instagram story, and it sounded like it was a mutual breakup. So I had no idea that Shawn may have initiated this. I know he is about to go on tour. I know he's writing new music. So I think it's possible that because of his busy schedule, they're no longer in the quarantine anymore. As you mentioned, they're no longer just chilling at home. They're about to become worldwide superstars again. So I think it's possible that he might want some time away from her because he's going to be so busy going on tour again. But I'm still shocked because I thought that they like were so perfect together because they both had these really busy lives and they were so aligned in their music. So I thought they were so happy. So I'm shocked and I'm really devastated about this because I love them. I love them so much individually and I love their music so much. And I don't obsess over artists often. I usually just obsess over reality stars, but I am obsessed with Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello together and separately. And I love them before they even like got together. So this is going to take me like a couple weeks to process cuz I'm hurting right now.
I know. And so many fans out there are devastated. I mean, shippers were so obsessed with these two for such a long time before they even got together. There are a lot of people out there that just do not want to process this news. The source went on to share it was really hard for a few days, but she, Camila, has been spending a lot of time with her friends and keeping busy. She's a huge support system and is feeling renewed now. As difficult as it may have been, the source also confirmed that they are still in communication and want to be friends, adding that it was not a bad breakup at all. According to this insider, the romance merely fizzled out. They shared, quote, the relationship was getting stale and complacent and they decided they were better off as friends. So Zach, to your point of like, Shawn is about to potentially, embark on a tour. He's doing new music. They're about to get really busy again. Like, they have been friends for such a long time. They made it clear in their statements that they still are friends and value that friendship. It
Okay.
feels like maybe they're just in a place in their life where a relationship is too much. But I kind of believe sometimes I'm suspicious when it's like everything is good, there's no drama behind closed doors. I'm
Uh-huh.
inclined to believe them. I really do think that they still value their friendship. What about you?
I think so too. I don't think either of them are like confrontational, petty people. They both have a really good head on their shoulders, which is why they're so successful at such a young age and worldwide superstars. So I definitely believe they had an amicable breakup, but you telling me that Shawn like initiated it, maybe like there is a little bit of messiness going on there because Camila, as you mentioned, she could be upset and still grieving. I hope that they still make music together. I hope that they can come back if they're still friends, like they say they are. I hope that they can still put out a song together because I look forward to their collaborations every year, Senorita, I Know What You Did Last Summer. They have so many good hits together. They make such good music. So if they are friends and they can maintain a friendship, then I hope that they make music together and I hope that they show us that they are maintaining a friendship and that it's not just like ghost and dry. Because Fiona, I don't know about you, but this statement when they broke up on their Instagram story just felt very dry to me and very
Mhm.
quick. Like they were together for 3 years and that's really all you have to say. And I don't know, I want more. I still need more.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that that statement was something that they probably, I mean, let's face it, right? They probably passed around to their PR teams before putting it out. They know how many people are so invested in this relationship. I mean, to me, they know that there are all eyes on them all the time. Before they were together, during their relationship, certainly going to be after they're together. I don't think that they would have made this breakup public unless they were really certain that, in a week they're not going to be like,
Yeah.
never mind, I changed my mind, I want to get back together. To me, it always feels like when any celebrity couple shares a breakup with the world, it's been a little bit of a long time coming. So we'll see what happens next for them. Obviously, there are so many people out there rooting for this to
Yeah.
just be a blip. And,
A
Shamila's going to
joke.
announce, we're back, we're back. Do you think it's
Please.
possible that down the line they find their way back to each other?
I don't know. I just because when they say that like it fizzled out, I feel like when something fizzles out, like there really is no going back. Because when there's like a huge, like large breakup and there's a big fight, sometimes that just happens because there's so much passion and people were so invested. When you're fizzling
Mhm.
out of a relationship, to me, that sounds like it's just not even worth it. There's no effort. And even this breakup statement, like there really wasn't much effort put into that either. So I kind of think they're just going to go their separate ways and just kind of remain cordial and friends, as we've mentioned. I don't think that they're going to find their way back together because it just doesn't feel like either of them are even putting effort into their breakup statement. But I also
Mhm.
really wonder, Fiona, because there was that blind going around on Dumois a few days ago that apparently somebody heard Camila, on a plane saying, like, asking someone what movie she should watch, to get over a breakup. And I wonder if that blind didn't come out, that they would have announced their breakup so soon because you also mentioned they were together for Halloween. So it was like 3 weeks ago they were happy. So I wonder if that situation didn't happen and those rumors didn't start, if they would have addressed it now or waited a couple weeks because we still don't know when the breakup happened. All we know is they posted
Mhm.
together for Halloween. So it must have happened within the first 2 weeks of November.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I feel like they've always been pretty intentional about controlling the narrative of their relationship, right? I think there was so much mania around them actually getting together that once they did, they definitely tried to set the record straight, control the headlines, like let fans get to know their relationship, them as a couple through themselves and not through a bunch of speculation and rumors. So you may be onto something. They may have wanted to keep this a little more private for a longer amount of time. But with that coming out, they felt like, you know what, we can either take control of the narrative now
Yeah.
or let it potentially spin out of control. They may not be spending any time together over the next few weeks. And that's a pretty easy
Yeah.
way to keep fueling the fire of breakup rumors, right? And it doesn't seem like they're the type to fake it for the cameras. You mentioned before, there are some rumors that Shawn is working on new music. You want to see them
Uh-huh.
collab again, whether
I
or not we
do.
see a collab. I feel like breakup music is going to be right around the corner. I mean, this is a new chapter
Mm.
for them.
It is, but we also have to remember that Shawn and Camila will never make each other look bad. And I think that's another
Mm.
thing with their breakup statement is that they're really like they have so much mutual respect for each other that they're not even going to feed into any drama or rumors because I mean that would be a great opportunity to sell music or to sell anything by, adding the drama and the layers, but that's just not how Shawn and Camila roll. So I think Shawn and, Shawn's new music will probably have something to do with him, breaking up with Camila and that heartbreak, but I don't think he's gonna cross a line and have us like gossiping about it. That's just not his style. But I think
Mhm.
it will definitely bring up all of the feels because that's what his music does. It always gives me chills.
Yes, I am so with you, and I am waiting for the next new release, the next single from both of them. Obviously, you guys, we know all of these Shamila fans out there are going through a hard time. Our hearts go out to you. We will keep you posted as we learn more about this breakup. If we find out any more details about what was going on behind the scenes. In the meantime, we
We'll
want to
let you
hear
know.
from you Absolutely. In the meantime, we want to hear from you. We want to know your thoughts on these source quotes. Do you believe it was Shawn who initiated the conversation? How do you think they're going to be able to maintain their friendship? Let us know down in the comments. And if you are not already subscribed to our channel, make sure you do. Make sure you ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, I am your host, Fiona Zaring, joined by the wonderful Zachary Reality. If you want to come say hi, be sure to check out our socials. They're on your screens right now. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you next time.